Welcome back, everybody. Today is the official start of the 2021 Atlantic hurricane season. Here we go again, another June 1st. There's already been one named storm, when Tropical Storm Anna formed back on May the 22nd, died out quickly, thank goodness. The National Hurricane Center has already designated 21 storm names so far. As you might remember, last year set a record with 30 named storms. We've talked about this many times, between hurricanes and wildfires. 2020 had it all.
Yeah. There was that COVID thing also going on.
There was that.
That hasn't been in the news much.
2020 was kind of crazy.
Quite a few headlines.
Yeah. So let's go out there right now to the Atlantic Basin. I'll show you what we're looking at. There's a little spin in the atmosphere between southern areas of Florida and the Bahamas. This is an upper level low, so we don't worry about upper level lows. That has to be surface based for us to really start to pay attention. That being said, as we head into next week, next 10 days, we'll keep an eye on the Caribbean Sea. Some of the data suggesting we may have to watch for some activity then. As Rob mentioned, last year, 30 named storms, 13 of which were hurricanes, 7 of which were major hurricanes, 2 making landfall in the United States. In the state of Louisiana, that was Laura and Zeta, and we had 11 landfalls, including Sally with 2 landfalls, 1 in South Florida and then 1 in the panhandle of Florida. So we are forecasting an above average season. The good news, not as busy as last year, but maybe as much as 10 hurricanes this season. 5 could be major hurricanes. Hurricane Center says 60% chance of an above average season. Anna off the list. The next name on the list will be Bill. Rob?
All right. Thank you, Albert. Well, it's not just preparing, of course, for a hurricane. There's a lot that also happens during the storm and in its aftermath. We're joined now by Sierra Campbell of the American Red Cross. Sierra, thanks so much for giving us a few minutes tonight. We appreciate it. We know it's a busy season, to say the least, in your line of work. So whether it's a fire or a Cat 4 storm in the Gulf, whatever may come, in terms of people themselves getting ready, what would, as an organization, what's the best advice you give to folks who are watching tonight in terms of having their own plan and being ready for whatever may come?
Absolutely. And there's really 3 simple steps that everyone needs to follow. And it's not just your coastal states that typically get hit by hurricanes. You see some inland states that really get affected by some of those outer bands. So it's very important that all of those locations that can be hurricane prone take heed to some of the tips that we have in place. And the first is to make sure that you have an evacuation plan, making sure that you know what you and your loved ones are going to do in case of an emergency. And that second part is to build your emergency kit now. A long list of what those items are can be found online at redcross.org/prepare. But that last piece of this is to make sure that you stay informed. Find out how your local officials will contact you during a disaster, how you will get that important information, such as your evacuation orders. If you need to leave your home, you need to know that information.
For sure. And I know you guys typically see situations made even worse. Carbon monoxide. They're always, through every tragedy, you hear a horrible story that someone didn't handle it right and it ends up in a fatality or fatalities. What is your number 1 bit of advice as we, again, sit here day 1 of storm season in terms of how to handle carbon monoxide for viewers at home tonight?
Absolutely. And carbon monoxide is one of those things that a lot of people don't think about. You don't always know if you're affected by it. And one of the biggest things is to make sure if it's post-storm and you've been cleared to go back to your home, officials have said that it is safe to go back to certain communities. You may not have power. So make sure that you're never using a generator, a grill, a camp stove, or any other gasoline, propane, or natural gas devices inside of a home, a garage, a basement, anything that's going to be an enclosed area. Keeping these devices outdoors, away from doors, windows, vents, anything that could allow the carbon monoxide to come indoors is crucial. And making sure you know what to look for in case you have been there has been CO buildup in the home. If you're feeling sick, dizzy, weak, while you're using a generator or one of these items, make sure you get to fresh air right away. Do not delay, do not stall. Make sure you get to an area where you can have fresh air.
Sierra, thanks so much for giving us a few minutes. I hope it's a quiet few months for you and all your colleagues and volunteers, but we know how tough storm season can be, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. Thanks so much again for giving us a minute.
Thank you so much for having me.
Take care.
Bye-bye.